Hello, this is Corey the Keyblade Wielder 2, and if you read the title, yes, this is the non-Disney versus Marvel villains war. And yes, it's made by Fattest Caddis, the same one who's doing non-Disney heroes versus villains. Well, let's just say I kinda got her into doing this because, I just didn't feel like Zafrio Gamba, who was gonna think about doing this. I think he needs one of the people who needs some demonstration on with non-Disney versus videos. Okay, the reason why I thought of non-Disney versus Marvel villains, even though I've said many times that I'm not a big Marvel guy, nor a DC guy, is because since Disney villains did fight with Marvel villains, so why not non-Disney fight with Marvel villains too? Plus, there needs to be more non-Disney versus videos, since Disney has been taking a lot. So, let's begin. So, first fight, Mach versus Dr. Doom, suggested by me. So we see Mach Swagger's having a drink with his henchmen, the Schlepler brothers. Until Dr. Doom shows up. Hey, you're crashing the party! So Dr. Doom shows up because he wants to take over New York from Mach. This is mostly the reason why I thought of non-Disney versus Marvel villains, because those two are perfect rivals. They're both scientists and they both use magic. And it really does make sense why they should be rivals. So it looks like they had a good fight, and now Mach is running away with the blimp. Well, they had a decent fight. A bit short. So I guess it's a tie. They'll fight each other again soon. The next fight. The Duke of Valls and Ares versus Hela. The Duke and Ares are chilling in the underworld until Hela shows up, wants to take over the underworld for herself. Yeah. That's the Minotaur from Clash of the Titans. I'll leave the link down below to, the show itself. Oh, she kills the Minotaur. That Chimera is also from Clash of the Titans. The Hydra is from the Vampire series, the one where the Duke is from. Of course, you probably already know that. And Hela kills those two also. But Ares and the Duke have defeated her. Unless she's gonna come back for revenge. Next fight, Thanos versus Rasputin. Thanos was looking for the Infinity Stones until he bumps into Rasputin. I originally thought of the idea of Rasputin fighting against Mandarin. I would have had Fattest to decide who would win. I would have thought the Mandarin would have won, and Rasputin would be in limbo. But I guess Thanos, it's fine. That's not a big deal or anything. I'm sure in the next one we'll finally get Rasputin fighting against Mandarin. Oh, and looks like, of course, Rasputin is going to limbo. If you've seen Anastasia, that is. See, in limbo, Rasputin, Thanos wins. Next fight up. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The Duke and Ares versus Hela was suggested by me. Rasputin versus Thanos is her idea. So the next fight is Claudandus versus Red Skull, suggested by Zachary Baker. Okay. So, Red Skull is planning to make his move on the war until he gets attacked by Claudandus. Fighting against the Hydra, who is not a Nazi after all. Okay, when I was watching non-Disney Villains Tournament, this guy was working for Napoleon. And my question was, what the heck? That looks like a bird version of Hitler. Why is there a birdie version of Hitler? What the heck? What show is he from? There's a birdie Hitler. What kind of anime for kids is he from? I think it's anime, I think. And it looks like an anime for kids, but it has Hitler as a bird. Who thought of that idea? Hey, I got an idea for a kids show. Let's make a cartoon where the main villain is Adolf Hitler as a bird. That's a good idea. Let's make that into a story. Let's make a cartoon out of it. Who thought of that idea? Well, later, that was back in when I was still watching non-Disney Villains Tournament, I still do to this day. I guess he's from Alfred J. Quack. I didn't get to still see it yet, not yet. And his name is Dolph. It's still weird that there's a Birdie Hitler. Because Dolph and Kleinandus are teaming up and they both win. Next fight, Keldor, we all know as Skeletor, versus Baron Mordo. Keldor wants to take out Dormammu. He has to fight against his acolyte, Baron Mordo. I don't know much of Baron Mordo. I only know him from Marvel Cinematic Universe's movie of Doctor Strange and from Disney vs. Marvel villains. So that's just it. That's all I know. Oh, and a Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Also know him from that. That's all. I don't know him from the cartoons or anything else. I just never seen the cartoon where he's from. I just don't really care. And of course, this short fight, he's melted Keldor with that acid on his face. Oh, and this one is an interesting one. Yosemite Sam versus the Green Goblin. Suggested by Vincent Fletchler. And, okay, if you guys have no idea who this is, that is Mr. Sneers. He's from Netflix's adaptation of the cartoon called Green Eggs and Ham. You know, the one with the whole, that Sam I am, that Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like green eggs and ham, nor do I like them, Sam I am. You know, like that. Or, I would not like to eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. You know, like that. Well, it's a very longer version of the book itself from Dr. Seuss. They add some things that were not in the books, like the Chickarab, which is like, you know, and the main plot or something. Like, it's a major focus. It's like a chicken and a giraffe mixed together. It's something Dr. Seuss would make up. It's something the Salmon guy had to, you know. I'll leave the link down below so you guys can see Saber Sparks' review on this one. Mr. Sneers is like the main villain of this show, with only one season. I'm hoping season 2. He has an unhealthy love for animals, is what I can tell. So he hires Yosemite Sam because someone's been sending him death threats. Uh-oh. Splint! So yeah, the Green Goblin has been threatening Mr. Sneers. And he's not taking anymore. That's why he has Yosemite Sam for this. Okay, so maybe Yosemite Sam calls him a stranger because he has no idea anything about the Green Goblin. So I guess the Green Goblin just came into the public, I guess. And shooting lasers. Wait. Of course. Manages to kick him. He thinks that this is his close victory, but nope. Green Goblin is just not going out without a fight. Okay, if you wonder why it's mostly gray, well, Faddis was still looking for more color filters. So, just don't complain about her with the same color filters she's using. She's still getting them. So far, I think she's got red and blue so far. What other color filters did you have again, Faddis? I'm asking. Uh-oh, now Mr. Sneer's like, well, I'm... you F-bomb, you know. Okay, if you guys can't see, yeah, Green Goblin killed him. Mr. Sneers is dead. Only one round with only one character he hired to fight, and yet he's dead. Huh. Hopefully we'll see the goat. Okay, if you guys are wondering what, wait, the goat? Again, watch Saber Sparks' review, or just go watch the Green Eggs and Ham on Netflix, so you'll get it. Next fight, Kraven the Hunter versus King Boo Boo. So weird name. Kraven is out hunting zebras until King Boo Boo, who is also hunting zebras, is charging at Kraven. I like the editing there. Yeah, this is the idea of a rivalry. I only have a few idea of rivalries, so I guess Faddis kind of gets the I'm not a huge Marvel guy. I just all that. Still not going out without a fight. Nice editing there. It looks like Kraven wins. And now for the epilogue. I still don't like Fire and Ice. So we see Necron and Juliana have recruited the Ice faction. There's Stormella, the Snow Queen. Hey, we haven't seen that version for a very long time. And Emperor Frostkill. And then we see Bluto from Popeye the Sailor Man is meeting with Yosemite Sam. And these two have to forge their own alliance. A big brute teaming up with a short-tempered cowboy. Now, where have I seen that before? Then we see an animal farm. Napoleon has gathered his own forces while in a meeting. Roll call! General Woundwort, Warranty Rat, Jenner, Caterwall, Drake, and the Mouse King. Aha! Yep, all the animals are shocked. Which, of course, Napoleon being, if you read Animal Farm, he's going to be the Joseph Stalin of this whole thing. Then we see the Duke of Valls is being resurrected, which is confusing him. Wait, I'm back from the dead? I'm still got things in the underworld to do. Then we see Keldor is asking Hordak for, to heal his face, but he gives him not just his face back, but also give him power boost. Hold on, I'm going to skip a few things. Which, of course, we all know what's going to happen. Now there's only Skeletor. I mean, if you all know about He-Man, you get the whole thing. Yep, Skeletor. So that was non-Disney versus Marvel villains. Pretty cool. Pretty good so far. But I am glad this series exists. So, yeah. This was Corey the Keyblade Wielder 2. May heart be your guiding key. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe.